Hello everyone. Welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard commerce students. In last lecture, we have discussed about what is a e-commerce, definition of e-commerce, and then difference between a traditional commerce and e-commerce. Today, we will discuss some of the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. So let us first discuss advantages of e-commerce. First advantage is a global scope. E-commerce provides the sellers with a global reach. Now the sellers and buyers can meet in the virtual world without barrier of the place, that is any geographical region. While discussing the difference between traditional and e-commerce, we have gone through this point, that is a global scope. With e-commerce, sellers will be provided with a global reach, that is they can reach to the more people from different regions. So there is no barrier of any place. Sellers and buyers can meet in a virtual world, that is not a actual meet, but it is a virtual world meet, by which, that is by accessing some website, users, that is buyers, can contact to the sellers and sellers can provide the desired product to buyer. So in this way they can communicate in a virtual world without barrier of any place. So that is about a global scope. So your business does not limit it to certain region, certain geographical place, but instead of that it will be available in a global way. Second advantage is the electronic transformation. E-commerce reduces the paperwork and significantly lowers the transaction cost. By implementing e-commerce, it reduces the paperwork, and that's why it lowers down the transaction cost. No paperwork will be there. E-commerce enables you to use the credit cards, debit cards, smart cards, electronic fund transfer via the bank's website, and other modes of electronic payment. So in this way, user can uh, make a payment by using different ways like credit card payment, debit card payment, smart cards, electronic fund transfer with some bank's website, and in this way they can pay amount to a seller. So by having or by implementing such a electronic devices, paperwork has reduced, and that's why it also lowers down the transaction cost. So that is about the electronic transformation, second advantage of e-commerce. Third one is cost saving. E-commerce application provides users with a more options to compare and select the cheaper and best option. That is, by using e-commerce we can go through the different websites, we can search the same product from different websites, we can compare the reviews, we can compare the price details, and we can select the best product which will be a cheapest and as well as a better option for you. So in this way you can have a more options with the e-commerce. It helps in reducing the cost of searching a product. See, you do not have to go anywhere to search different products, but by just using the different websites, you can search the product on different sites. So you can easily compare it. There will not require any cost. So it reduces the cost of searching a product. E-commerce has enabled rural areas to access the services and products which are otherwise not available to them. In some rural areas, some services, some products may not be available, but by implementing e-commerce, they also can purchase such a kind of products and will be able to access such a different services. So that is a cost saving, another advantage of e-commerce. Next one is a anytime shopping. One other great advantage is the convenience, that is user or buyer can buy a product anytime. A customer can shop 24 by 7 hours. In case of traditional commerce, there will be a limitation of certain time period, mostly in a day time period. But in case of e-commerce, buyers can purchase the product anytime, 24 by 7 hours. The website is functional at all the times. It does not have a working hours like a shop. So that website is functional at all the time. Anytime user can place an order. So that is another advantage of e-commerce. Next one is a no intermediaries. Electronic commerce also allows customer and businesses to be in a touch directly without any intermediaries. So no any person, no any intermediaries between a customer and a business, but customer and business can be directly in a touch with the help of e-commerce. There is no need of any intermediary. This allows for a quick communication and transaction. So there is no any intermediary between customer and business. That's why they can easily quickly communicate and the transaction can easily happen within a less time. That is a advantage, no intermediaries. Next one is the public services. E-commerce helps the government to deliver the public services such as healthcare, education, social services at a reduced cost and in a improved manner. So e-commerce helps the government to deliver the services, that is public services like healthcare, education, social services, and with a reduced cost. So in this way public services will also be available with a e-commerce. So these are the different advantages of e-commerce, that is global scope, electronic transformation, cost saving, anytime shopping, no intermediaries, and the public services. Now let us study some of the disadvantages of e-commerce. So first disadvantage is a setup cost. The setup of hardware and software, the training cost of employees, the constant maintenance are all the quite expensive. That is, to have or to implement the e-commerce, there is a need of setting up a hardware and software, as well as there is a need to train the employees. Maintenance will be there. So these all things will include a cost. That is this process will be quite expensive. So setup cost is the one of disadvantage of e-commerce. Second one is a physical presence. This lack of a personal touch can be a disadvantage for many types of services and the products like interior designing or jewelry businesses. See, in some or purchasing some products, we need to have a personal touch. We want to feel that particular product. Suppose we are going to buy a jewelry, then we actually needs to touch that product or to see the product and then to buy it, but this lack of personal touch is a disadvantage in case of e-commerce. You cannot feel the product. Okay, so that is a disadvantage, that is physical presence. Next one is the security. Security is another area of concern. Credit card theft, identity theft, etc. remain big concerns with the customers. Mostly buyers or customers pay online using credit card, debit card, etc. So security is the major concern with respect to e-commerce, because there may be or there are chances of credit card theft, identity theft. So these are the big concern in case of customers. And the next disadvantage is a goods delivery. There may there may arrive some problem with the fulfillment of a order. Even after the order is placed, there can be a problems with shipping, delivery, mix-ups, etc. And this may leave the customers unhappy and dissatisfied. See, when customer places an order, that order starts the shipping. But after the order has placed, there may even have a problems while shipping, while delivery. There are chances of mix up of the different customer products, and in this way customer may get a wrong delivery, and that's why customer may feel unhappy and dissatisfied. So that is a problem with the goods delivery. So these are some disadvantages of e-commerce like setup cost, physical presence, security, and goods delivery. So today we have discussed advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. Thank you.